Please welcome to the broadcast, Greg Senat. Greg, how are you tonight, brother?
I'm good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thank you for coming on. We're well. Commodore, how are you?
Oh, we're doing great, Greg. It's so good to see you, man. I'm so happy you were able to take a couple of minutes and join us tonight because your story, to me, is one of the greatest football stories to come out of Staten Island in my generation.
That's interesting. I want to just talk about that, Greg. For those of our listeners at home that might be unfamiliar with your story, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and your journey to where you are right now?
Well, for those who don't know, I went to Wagner College. Obviously, I went there on a basketball scholarship in 2013. Basketball is my main love growing up. I played a bunch of different sports. I played a little bit of lacrosse in high school. And I played like 2 years of JV football in high school. But for the most part, basketball is my main love, and that's what I really focused on. And I was blessed enough to get a scholarship to go to Wagner College, played 4 really good years there. Had some success with the team. Had a great coach in Bashir Mason and a lot of good teammates. We won, made to the NIT one time, and we beat St. Bonaventure in the postseason. That was a great memory of mine. And went to Wagner. Got to be on the Rock in Staten Island, which was great. That's where I met Pat, working at YMCA one day.
It's funny that you call him Pat because he's got everybody brainwashed in Staten Island. They call him the Commodore.
The Commodore. Okay, yeah, I know Pat on a personal level, so he lets me call him Pat. But
consider yourself lucky.
Nobody cares, Greg. Really, that's the name of our show. Just don't call me late for supper, kid.
No, listen, it's interesting, though, that you went up there for basketball because normally when a guy goes to college for basketball and then switches to football and then goes and plays in the NFL, it's for like a skill position, like a tight end. To see an offensive tackle, a big guy like you that played such an athletic sport like basketball, switch up to football, I think it's more impressive than a skill position.
In a short period of time.
Yes.
Well,
my question, Greg, is how were you able to accomplish both?
Well, a lot of time management, really. And I had like really great coaches in Bashir Mason and Coach Haas who like made it really easy on me. And they were both kind of on the same page of like understanding like I'm playing both sports, but I'm here to get my schooling in at the same time. So they didn't make things too difficult on me. Like I had great coaches like Coach Stephon Wheeler too, who they move the world and the mountain and the moon to make sure I get what I need to get done.
Wow. And then as the story goes, I remember following you through the combines, and the next thing you know, I was following you through the NFL draft, right?
Yeah. It happened really fast. Like I started playing football my senior year of college, which was my last season of playing basketball. And, that was a tough season for me just to start just being new to the game and learning everything, getting my butt kicked and getting back up and wanting to quit and, go back to basketball and a whole bunch of stuff. But, I made the commitment to my coaches that, I was going to stick with this. This was something I was going to do for a couple of months. And then if I got tired of it, go back. And, I thank them for keeping me committed to that because it paid off in the long run. And then you and me met my second year there when I got to play, get a fifth year to play just football at Wagner, which was huge for me. Just being able to focus on just getting bigger, getting stronger, becoming a better athlete on the football field. And that's when I started working at the YMCA in my off time just to make some extra money because I was still a broke college student at that point. And, I was the bodyguard out there. So, and they had a gym, so I was able to get some extra workouts in when my boss wasn't looking. So,
my man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, the Broadway YMCA has been closed since the pandemic hits that.
Greg,
imagine
that's like the worst possible. Like on Pee Wee's Playhouse when they had a magic word that made everybody go batshit bananas and crazy. When you bring up the YMCA around the Commodore, he loses his mind. So we're not going to directly reference it right now. But one thing I do want to directly reference is your play this year with the Dallas Cowboys. You've managed to work your way into some games this year and make an impact. Now, you're coming from the Chiefs where you got yourself a Super Bowl ring, right?
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Absolutely.
Tremendous.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to return my phone calls when he was Super Bowl
This
champion.
is what I'm saying.
We got him tonight.
This is what I'm saying. So, tell everybody what it's like, man, stepping out onto the field. And especially to be at this level with your success, but to also be playing in a COVID season, it has to feel so surreal.
I mean, the whole process was surreal, just from going to college and then getting thrown into like the all-star game and then getting invited to the combine. Like, it all kind of felt too good to be true. Everything just happened so fast and so perfectly for a guy like me from a small school, which usually doesn't get a lot of recognition. So, I always preface everything and give credit to God. I'm a Christian. I give all my credit. He's my Lord and Savior, and I wouldn't be here without him. And even the successes I've had in the league, like, it's been crazy being able to, first year get drafted. Sorry.
He's so popular. I got people on a payroll, and I'm like, call me, make it seem like I'm busy, and they don't even call, and I pay them.
You got to fire some people, man.
Oh, all the time. Try to fire this guy 3 times last week. He's still here.
I'm like a cat. I just keep coming back.
It's awful, Greg. Absolutely awful. But no, I mean, everything is surreal. But what I wouldn't give, or what Commodore wouldn't give, to feel that surreal journey, because even though it might not be how you scripted it up to be, like starting out in basketball, but switching to football and then this whirlwind to where you are today, I'll take it, because it's an incredible story. And by the way, this guy's out here grinding, putting Wagner College on the map. People need to,
Well, Danny, Greg, as you know, you're one of many successful stories to come out of the Wagner College football program. The Seahawks have put a number of players on professionally. Of course, my stat department doesn't provide me with that information, but I'm sure you could rattle off a few names of successful Seahawks ahead of you. But now they have a new head coach up there, Coach Thomas Sala. If you look on YouTube, you'll see we had him on a couple of weeks ago. We wish him a lot of success up there. You'll probably get to meet him one day if you haven't already. But back to you and your professional career. Now you're with the Dallas Cowboys. Now you're in the NFC East.
America's favorite team. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, before I got here, I was on a practice squad with the Cleveland Browns after I left Kansas City. So I was up there for 4 weeks, just grinding. Huh?
Dog pound.
The dog pound, yeah, man. Great fans up there. Great love for their team, and I was able to go there, and I was coached under Coach Callahan, and he was great for me for the 4 weeks I was there, and my game grew and I got better, and thankfully I got the call from the Cowboys, who wanted me to come here, and being able to play for America's team is amazing. The love for the team, the history that this team has is unparalleled. So I'm excited for my opportunity, especially, these past 3 years, not really getting an opportunity to get on the field due to injuries and other things outside of my control. I'm in my 3rd year in the league, and I feel like I've learned, I've grown, and I've matured in my game to the point where, this is my time now, and I've paid my dues. So I'm excited to get on the field and contribute and help the team any way I can.
Well, I'm excited to know you, Greg. You're really an inspiration to all of our local high school athletes here. That anything is possible if you work hard, you keep your nose clean.
Well, first of all, let's talk about it. He's got a really good sense of style, Commodore. I mean, most people come on the show and they're like, well, we're on Nobody Cares. He represented extremely well with his attire.
Listen, stop, Dan. Just look at
it.
Look at his smile.
Colgate smile. I mean, everything is just suave. I don't know what they call you down there in Dallas, but up here we call you smooth. We appreciate you, dude.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, guys.
Listen, you got another almost half the season to go. Yeah. Is your body in a lot of pain at this point? I just got to ask from a human perspective.
I mean, it's football. Your body's always going to hurt. You're always going to be dinged up, and something's going to be sore. But thankfully right now it's our bye week. So I'm taking care of my body, getting massages, doing treatments, just trying to recover my body as much as I can before we tackle the second half of the season. But, I can't complain because, my whole first season I was out with a foot injury, had surgery, couldn't play. Last year I was out the second half of the season with another injury. So to be this far in the season and be able to walk on my own 2 feet and be healthy, that's a blessing. And, I'm not going to complain if my body's sore right now because I'm still able to play football.
Well, Greg, you come from the Rock. We don't quit. And we learned that up on the hill.
Yeah, New York strong, baby.
There you go.
Listen, we appreciate you, Greg. We're going to be following you throughout the rest of the season. But
I hope now, Greg, you get your second ring.
Oh man, that would be great, man. I mean, that's a goal of mine, and I love to be on another team and help contribute and win another Super Bowl, because that's an experience I wish every football player could have. And to be able to have that opportunity was insane, and share that with my family. I'll tell my kids about it, and I'll have a ring forever to show that I was a part of that team. But like, to really get another one and help participate, be out there on the field for that game would be amazing.
Well, it's my privilege and an honor to have met you and to know you, to call you my friend. When I was watching a little football on Sunday, and I said, "Who's this guy, 64?" And I look at the name on the back of that Dallas jersey. I'm like, "Bing, bing! Look at Greg!" I was like, "Hooray!"
Can you got to send him a signed jersey or something? He's been talking about you for 4 days. You know what I mean? You got to give him, just something. Just anything. We'll send you some Nobody Cares gear, even exchange, Greg.
Hey, let's do it.
I wish you all the best, man.
Man.
Stay in touch. Every now and then, if you don't mind, we'll reach out to you. We got a lot going on here in Staten Island with local sports. Maybe at some point in time, you might want to be involved with something to give a little bit back to this community in your spare time. We've been trying to focus on doing things like that to help us out, especially the seniors of this year who were denied in high school the opportunity, to finish. So that's tough. We've been working with some of the local coaches on all levels, and maybe you can help us out down the road.
No, for sure, definitely. I'm always down to give back. My parents raised me to give back, so it's been in the back of my mind to find ways to give back to, the communities that help me out, whether it be Elmont, my hometown, or Staten Island, where I went to college. So definitely, we'll talk about it, and you'll be in the know if I plan on doing anything back home.
There is nobody better on planet Earth than putting people on the spot than the Commodore. Greg, you handled that extremely well, brother. That's why you're an offensive tackle. You handled the blitz so well. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Good luck to you the rest of the way. We'll be in touch.
No doubt. Thanks for having me. Dan and the Commodore, man. Stay blessed.
Oh, he called you the Commodore. Oh, it's over.
Just make him feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his name. I gotta call him in by his name.
I got you. Greg, man, we appreciate you. Best of luck in Dallas the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys. God bless.
God bless.
All right, man. That was Greg Senat, offensive tackle from the Dallas Cowboys. Really nice kid.
I told you, Dan.
Really nice kid.
He's a fine young man now. When I met him in the YMCA, he was a kid. Big kid. But certainly a fine young man. I had the opportunity. I said,